Alright, that'll have to do right there.
That'll have to do. Oop, watch your foot. There you go. It's right there. Alright, so after we had a conversation about boundary training, I'm just cutting up some hot dog pieces for him right now over here. So I've established just a tangible boundary with 2 leashes. Then over here, since you've got like an open flow idea, on the other side of the fridge, I borrowed your green slip lead and then established a temporary boundary there as well. Or tangible boundary. Yeah, so I'm just doing what I was doing last time, is reinforcing him being on this side of the line, anywhere on this side of the line, as long as he's not crossing the line, while I attempt to, oops, yeah, you don't have to sit, but that's nice. I attempt to just chop these up real quick. Good. Make it a little bit easier for both of us. Oops. If I do it over here, because I'm going to be able to manage the boundary a little bit better when I'm over here as opposed to all the way over here. So I don't know why I didn't do that from the start. But live and learn, right? So just doing a good job. That's my cue to give him a reinforcer. Good. Good. Keep him moving. Keep sending him away from that boundary, from the boundary line. And don't do what I'm doing and just continue to do it in one direction. I do need to be careful about throwing it in the direction of my phone because he might just topple it over. There we go. Good. There you go. Good boy. Just verbally praised for that one. And now a true test would be like if I intentionally drop a piece of this on the floor on this side of the boundary to see if he would go for it. We might be able to try that here in a second, but right now I just got to get these cut up. Good. Good boy. That's a good boy, huh? Your water's on the other side of the boundary, on your side of the boundary, so feel free to get some water anytime, my friend. And then after I do this, I need to get this wiped off because the smell's going to be there, because I'm just cutting this on like a couple of paper towels. So that was kind of dumb, but I didn't want to like dirty anything like beyond just this knife, because you know, I feel weird about it. But like I'm trying to chop these up into like the smallest pieces I can, because even though like I'm using high value, I'm gonna go as small as I can because I don't want to fill them up. Like I want to have hot dogs left when the session's over. I want to, I should and will, because I have like 4 here I think to start with. I'm not gonna feed him 4 turkey hot dogs. It's insane. I'm gonna puke. Good boy, Bubba's. Here you go. Let's go that direction this time. But just the smell alone, like on the counter, like it's going to be an invitation for him to get up here. So like people that struggle with counter surfing, it's like, all right, you got to keep surfaces clear and clean, and you know, the very fact that they get up here, like even if there's nothing up here at all, if they get up here and they're able to prop their like front 2 feet up on here, like that's enough to reinforce the behavior, to keep it going as a self-reinforcing behavior. They were able to carry that out. Good job. That's a good choice. There you go. They were able to carry that out and rehearse it, and it's going to keep that behavior going. Just the mere fact that they were able to get up there, period, and smell something probably. There's always going to be smells up here, like despite your best efforts. Good boy, buddy. Good job. All right, that's probably going to be good enough. I could go smaller, but I don't want to waste a bunch of time. So let's get these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a piece here, and as soon as I drop it, I'm going to click. Good. Before he decides to go for it, if that's what he's going to do, because again, I'm going to be micromanaging this where I'm dropping a piece, and before he decides I'm going to go for that, I'm going to indicate, hey, currently you're doing the right thing. This time I can drop and not do that. Good choice. That's a good choice right there. Good job. All right, there you go. You don't have to chase it down if you don't want to. Alright, so let's get all this in the pouch. Good job, buddy. So anyway, simple but not easy, like as I say often, obnoxiously. So it's a simple concept, but not easily applied necessarily, not easily implemented or managed. But he's doing a really good job. I mean, he tested the boundary a couple times. I just moved into his space in a way that wasn't intimidating. Like he seems to have a sense of where that line is. Good. Because he does stop short now. Yeah. Alright. So let's get all this thrown away. Okay, so that's over here. Good. Good choice, bro. So as I moved over here, oops. Good, thank you. As I moved over here, like in increased distance, he started to arc this way, which was good because he didn't immediately try to go across the line, but he did end up crossing the line shortly thereafter. So he's trying. He's doing better than most like dogs do or would. Good job, buddy. All right, so anyway, let's get this cleaned off real quick. Catch him while he's doing the right thing. So don't wait until he does the undesired behavior or the behavior that he's known to do that you don't want him to do. You're gonna catch him while he's doing it. Oops. Good job. Catch him while he's doing the right thing. But by design, he's gonna end up pushing it, especially if you're trying to multitask and you're adding distance, distraction, and duration to the behavior, to the criteria. Okay, so let's get that cleaned off. Okay, and we're going to once again go over to the trash can. Good, it stopped right short of there. Good, good, good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross over here. I'm going to cross over. But I should be able to say, oh, please move over. Yeah, I know it's tough. So I should be able to say, so not ready for that, but you do want to be able to get to the point where you can talk to him. Like unless you give him the COME or a TOUCH or like I always tell people it's cheating. Like if you tell somebody like their name and you know, when you have them in a stay or wait or something like that, if the person says their name, I mean, typically an invitation. But anyway, it's a little too far too fast for him. He's doing really well with that out of baseline. So let me end on a good note with that exercise. So I'm going to cross over again. Good, there you go. That's very good. All right. Hold on. Good job.